Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. When I walk in the spot, this is what I see. Everybody stops and is staring at me. I got passion in my pants, and I ain't afraid to show it. Show it. Show it. Show it. I'm Brady, and I know it. Alright. We're coming at you with the world's hardest game. We're gonna turn the music down a little bit so y'all can hear me. Y'all can see me. That's a first too. I've kind of been going off the grid as far as on whether I'm gonna let people see my face. But I'm doing it right now. But yeah, I'm excited. Good, okay, so it's attached. It's attached. Alright, we can get into this now. I'm sorry for being silent for so long. Let's play the world's hardest game. Alright guys. I don't feel like it was this slow when I played it earlier. Alright, we're gonna make our way through this. God, the frame rate! What's happening? Ah! No. Ah. Hold on. Oh, it ran way faster than any music. You guys realize that, right? Alright. So I've only failed once. That's a good sign, I think. Here, we're gonna go up here. There's a method to this one. Dang it, dude. The hitbox is really big on this guy. To the windows, to the walls, so the sweat dripped down my falls. Ugh! All these witches call. I don't get why it's so awkward. It handles like really freaking weird. That doesn't make any sense to me. We're gonna readjust. I also wish I could like center this more. I'm gonna move the video cap. Actually, we can fix problem. Zoom in a little. I think that solves it. Let's see if that solved it. Oh no, then I can't play the game. No, I can play the game. Play the game. Everybody play the game of love. So they say this is the hardest game. It supposedly has a lot of levels, but I don't think there are that many in all actuality. I think they're bluffing hardcore. I think there's some hardcore bluffage going on. Boop. Dang it, dude. I can't wait. I have to like bounce. Gotta go. Yep. 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 Down. It's weird. You can't go too slow or you can't go too fast. I don't know how to feel about this. What just happened? Sweet. Nothing like some good old ads in the corner, dude. Just slow down my frame rate. Oh yeah, while you're at it, go get those Cobra Grips weightlifting gloves, dude. Pro model for men. Oh, come on. Come on. Up. Down. It's so easy when it's on that corner because like then there's a lot less to worry about. Can I move diagonally? Not really. Not easily. Can I move diagonally? So, for the record, we've only failed 10 times. And that is double digits. Okay, my method isn't working anymore. I get like halfway through the board, then I guess we gotta experiment a little bit. This, I know we have to do this first. That's also a way to go about it. Okay, so what if I go bop, up, oh, this game. I don't think there's more than like 5 levels maybe programmed in this thing. So I do not think that anybody was going to get that far. I really don't feel like there's more than like 1 level. If there is, then whoever made it is like, it's like a demon. If there's more than 1 level, they have to be a demon. Alrighty, we're gonna slide back in for another attempt. Oh, cool. Alana, if you're watching, you just set me over. We got 100 subscribers now, everybody. We have made it to new heights. I'm so proud. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody. We have hit a milestone that, thanks Amazon for nothing, there's an ad about to pop up in the corner. We hit a milestone of all milestones that cannot be milestoned ever again. And that's pretty great. So, now I guess it's only up from here, you know? Ooh, okay. It sucks because, like, a square does not move back very naturally. So it's like once you're in one spot, you're kind of, you can't back out, you know? I almost feel like it would be harder if it was a higher sensitivity. Like if the square was like, zoo, 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 zoo. You know? I feel like it'd be harder to control then. Well, thanks. If you're watching, Alana, I want to thank you again for being the one to set me over, man. Being the one to set me over. We've hit a new milestone. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Get comfortable. We're just gonna keep doing this. I'm scared. I'm still surprised that, oh, 3 people. We got 3 people. Hey guys, we just hit 100 subscribers. Isn't that great, dude? Isn't that great? We've hit the high number of 100 subscribers. Can we get at least 8 people watching the stream? 8, maybe 10. If you guys have any friends who are interested in gaming, even if it's something this dumb, you know, invite them on down. We can talk. We can have a, excuse me, civil conversation. We can talk about cool stuff, you know? I'm all for hanging out. Oh. Oh. This thing doesn't move diagonally for crap. It is awful. It doesn't handle well. It's got bad sensitivity. This game was made by buffoons. But you can hear how hard I'm pushing these keys. Like, it's... Oh, you saw that, right? The frame rate slowed down. I was able to travel through time for like 3 seconds. Alright, Amazon needs to step off because they're cutting my frame rate down. This is offensive. That was offensive to me, Amazon. I feel like I need like an ad blocker up, dude. I don't think I have an ad blocker anymore. That sucks, dude. What we at? We at 3 still? We're at 2. We lost somebody. We're at 1. We lost 2 somebodies. In an instant. In an instant. Well, we should be getting a bigger crowd now. I just changed the game I was playing to Fortnite. So we should be getting a different crowd now. 3 viewers. So we've been spiking a little bit this whole time. That's okay. That's okay, man. 2 people still. If you're here, can you like sound off in the chat like a little? Can we do a little roll call maybe? I'd appreciate it if we could talk. You know, I just hit 100 subscribers. Sorry, I just got a text from a friend. So, Avengers Infinity War is coming out this weekend. And, frankly, I'm very excited to see it. I've read one, well, I've watched one review. I can't pretend that I can read. I watched one review about it, and it seemed pretty positive. So, I'm pretty excited. It's a very ambitious film as far as comic book characters go and cinematic universes go. But I think it's gonna be a cool investment. I think that Marvel's gonna realize that all their hard work, whether it's great every time, it's gonna pay off. I'm gonna limit myself. When I get to 100, I'll switch to the hardest game ever too. So I know it's kind of like, dude, I swear. But for the ads to load, I know it's kind of false advertising, but they're both technically the world's hardest game. It's just the second one. Maybe I'll play some other cool math game stuff. I don't know. I just wanted to live stream again, have some more fireside chat stuff. I really do like. I miss the days of doing my Minecraft streams and you know, getting people to subscribe on the spot and doing funny, weird things for them to subscribe to me. So that's something I've always enjoyed doing. and that's gone now. Like I did 25 push-ups for a sub once during a Minecraft stream. I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding, because that would be pitiful if I had. It was a weak moment for me, okay? I was a fledgling, I still am a fledgling YouTuber, but even more so. Um, I don't know, updates. I had some good talks today about the Brady Day show. I have an idea, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry. I have an idea for a video. For my 100 sub special, I'm gonna do. Well, I guess I won't spoil that. We're gonna do something fun for the 100 sub special, and then I'm gonna do a shorter video with a contest involved. I can reveal that, I guess. I'm trying to get someone to design a Brady Day Show logo. Um, that's marketable and simple and has a spirit of insanity and fun and just kind of is pleasant overall. And that person, I can't say I'll pay them handsomely, but the logo, I don't know, if somebody went through the effort of doing that. And it doesn't even have to be anything fancy, you know, we can find ways of moving it. I just need it by the end of this week. I guess I could put the video up tomorrow or tonight. It doesn't. I'm talking about in the YouTube game. If you want to stay relevant, sometimes you gotta just grind. You gotta grind, man. You know. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things about YouTube right now that I'm not too happy about. But I'm putting up with it because I always have. And I know this sounds lazy, but I always have. And I haven't really had a whole lot of success on YouTube. So I will be very thankful to actually have some recognition and success. I'm not trying to have any. I don't have some whack job ideology or a message. I'm just trying to keep people entertained. And it bothers me that YouTube is praised essentially as the same thing. They like that. They like those 10-minute long uploads of the Fine Brothers reaction videos or BuzzFeed or something that is chewable and easy for people to watch, so people can get their fix every single day. But the problem is you have an oversaturation of content and people can't follow it as tightly as they would like. That's why if I put something out every day, it's a live stream. Not many people really care about tuning into a live stream, and if they do, they're going to do it. They're not going to watch it later. If they do, I'd be astounded. They're not going to watch it later. They're going to watch it when it's happening. So that's decent for daily content, because not only does it fill out the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm loves that length. It loves stretching videos needlessly for no reason. You know, sometimes in my BDS revival videos, I do that, and when the Brady Day show comes back, that also will happen, just because of happenstance. I think 10-minute is just chewable enough, and if I can keep their attention for longer than 5 minutes, I'm happy with that. But the game has changed so much as far as what YouTube, the guidelines, what they'll accept. But I'm not really afraid necessarily, because I know that my channel is not that big. I know that I basically just don't care. My heart is invested in the channel because I've been doing this for a very long time. You guys saw that, right? For a very long time. But I beat it. Oh jeez. Okay. But yeah, I just I get exasperated and am surprised with what on YouTube right now is succeeding. That boggles my mind. How channels, it's And like I said about like rewarding mediocrity, YouTube is rewarding the laziness and the lack of creativity that channels need to have to stay afloat on the site nowadays. And I don't understand, because in their mind, I guess it's the ends justify the means. But when movie trailers, no offense to movie trailers, I love film, but Hollywood is a mess. When movie trailers and late night talk show clips and clips from television are trending on YouTube, and creators who actually put effort into their content are not being recognized, that's the kind of thing that boggles my mind. And when YouTube has PR disasters as far as the Paul brothers or someone high standing on their site who is wealthy and has power, and when they mess up, YouTube does not respond fast enough to give them justice, to punish them, to give them a slap on the wrist that they're going to remember. I think that's a problem that this site has. I think there's a lot of problems YouTube has. I think the standards for monetization, while irrational, make sense. They were a little easier. I would have been able to monetize by now. While irrational, they're not completely undoable. Um, I do think that the biggest problem is the YouTube algorithm favoring these copy paste 10-minute videos. And if gaming videos were as popular as they used to be, if Let's Players, excuse me, were still at the height they used to be, there would be this sense of how do I say of I like Let's Plays. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really do like Let's Plays, but I think there's this issue with I'm gonna call out one channel in particular. Yeah, 100 subscribers. Yeah, I'm calling out Game Grumps first. I love the Game Grumps. I love Dan and Aaron, and I loved Dan and John. I think they did a lot of great things as far as streamlining the Let's Play genre when it was still growing. But now, when the Let's Play genre is kind of a fossil as far as big channels, and it's kind of a skeleton of what it used to be, you have this issue now where you can't keep up with these series anymore. Where Dan and Aaron work so hard, bless their hearts, they're doing a great job, but they put out so much content that you can't keep up anymore, and it creates this treadmill, this burying of essentially the same video, and it's bad. Because literally they could upload the 2 hour long playthrough and be done. But because of the way their jobs work and the way their relationship with YouTube is, they have to cut it up into delicious bite-sized 10-minute increments that is supposed to be easier for the audience to watch. I get that, but I don't. And then you have other gaming channels who don't play the game, who do what they want, and that's okay. You know, channels like Super Mega and Oni Plays who follow the Let's Play format, but they take risks, and I think that's what YouTube needs. I think we need new genres on YouTube. I think we need new fledgling ideas and creators who are willing to take a risk and play around with the format, and I think that's something that we don't really have anymore. And it's sad that a lot of the people who have taken risk and are pushing the grade and trying to create some progress on the channel, well, on the site, pardon me, they are controversial. And that also boggles my mind. How people who have dedicated communities and have people that really enjoy their content are controversial or not loved. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice, so I have to bring the mic closer. Are controversial. That doesn't make sense to me. It's because they're playing the game for that ad revenue, and now they can't even play the game for that ad revenue because of advertisers being more irrational and the monetization standards being changed, and YouTube basically bullying these people into doing whatever they need to do to get by, and it's not right. So that's when lately I've been in the mindset of I'm gonna make the content I want to make, and people are either going to like it or they're not gonna like it, and I don't care. Okay, not completely, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. This is text on a screen. These are numbers. It doesn't really mean anything. Um, it's hard to describe. It doesn't mean anything emotionally, really. I do love this channel, but it's hard to describe. If I died tomorrow, my legacy would not be this YouTube channel. It would be a lot more than that, and I'm thankful for that. But for some people, this is their livelihood, and I would like to have a decent relationship with YouTube. And another problem is when YouTube is so irrational with these people, they get in a situation where they are being bullied by YouTube, so they go somewhere else to help get money. And I'm glad that people are trying to find other solutions and other ways to diversify their content and be in other markets. I like that idea. I like that Ethan Klein, calling out the Kleins, I love them. I like that H3H3, Ethan Klein, I like that he does a live stream and is able to have guests on and really be himself and talk to people and put it on Twitch and monetize it on Twitch and find ways to stay afloat because of his content on his channel. YouTube doesn't like that enough. I like, I'm not the biggest fan of when YouTubers make the crawl over to TV or Netflix, but I think it can be done correctly. I just don't think we've seen it done correctly yet. I do think it can happen, and I really don't think it would be in a reality show or an episodic like Facto show like Vsauce. Like I think Vsauce could work on Netflix, but my point is I feel like it would have to be in a story-driven type show. Because it is very hard to convert something that works on the internet, works in bite-size form, into a longer form. Some channels can make it work, but I don't think every channel can. I don't think every creator would have as easy of a time doing that. And that's okay, because all content is different at the end of the day. Well, this is referring to creators who actually put in effort and don't have to necessarily play the game, quote unquote, all the time. But I just really think that YouTube's platform is flawed, and I think they need to stop trying to be what they're not. I don't think YouTube Red is that great. I don't think they should pretend to be Netflix as far as having exclusive content and memberships and movies, like YouTube movies. I don't think that YouTube should try to be Twitch with YouTube Gaming. I don't think that YouTube should... that's pretty much it, really, as far as them trying to fill other parts of the market. YouTube needs to realize the spot they're in, they're very powerful. You know, no matter what happens, Daddy Google is going to be there to take care of them. And that's a good thing. And it's gotten to the point where some creators are jumping ship from YouTube and going to Facebook because it's easier to get traffic on Facebook. And that's sad. That's extremely sad. It's taking a step back. You know, and with the PR disaster that's been happening with Facebook lately, would you really want to be associated with that site? I hope you guys are enjoying me ranting about the YouTube game, but it boggles my mind how much this site has changed since I became a partner with YouTube. On my old channel, I was partnered with YouTube for a short time on my Brady Rockstar channel. I was trying to get in the stupid Let's Play market as a kid, and it didn't really work out. And then around 2015, I wanted to do another Let's Play channel with EP, my friend Elijah Phillips, and that also didn't work out. There are a few really good videos that came from that era, as in, we just had we still do, and you'll get to see that on the Brady Day Show when we get around to it. But we still do. We have a very, very strong natural chemistry. And I know, I love how I'm having like a serious conversation, and I'm just like bouncing around in this stupid game. I promised myself when I got to 100 fails I'd switch to another game, but I'm too far in now. Like I'm about at 100, but I feel weird switching games. My point was, me and Elijah had a really good, we have a very good chemistry, and we play off each other very naturally, and a Let's Play channel made sense for us because we were so comfortable around each other, and we could make fun of stuff. And that got nowhere. So then I went back to doing sketches because I'd always done sketches. Um, we did a show called Brady NDP. They might have a comeback at the end of the summer. I was planning to make it have a comeback of some sorts. It Brady NDP was a really good era for me because it was a time to know what I could do. Hey, thanks. It was a good job knowing what I can and can't do as far as like a content creator goes. And now I think it's helped me grow a little bit. Um, then I moved to reaction videos, and really my reaction video format, that series was fun, but like those reaction type H3 styled videos have now changed into their own thing. And then I've been live streaming a lot lately, and doing outside the basement, over there in the Brady Day Show set, talking about the plans I have for my channel, and it's good, and I'm happy. But I wish I could find better ways to scratch people's itches for things they'd like to see out of me. I'd like to do more music on my channel. I always do. I would put more of my music on SoundCloud, but I ran out of space very quickly because of the podcast I used to do. I do want to bring it back, but it was kind of sad because all that effort just kind of gets poo-pooed away. What about college in 20 days slash out of school? What you mean? How do I feel about being out of school in 20 some days? I feel pretty crazy, honestly. It's High school's been good to me, if I'm really being honest, but it just all went really fast. I like to say that my freshman year of high school, my freshman year, my junior year, and my senior year were all memorable because for some reason I don't remember my sophomore year ever happening. And what's strange is a lot of good things happened to me that year. I guess I just have blocked it out. I don't really understand. Mr. Vlog Bros. Well, videos be like when I go to college. Um, it'll be very off the cuff. I guarantee music will definitely be more of a thing. I'm going to school for musical theater, and I do love to sing and I love to perform. And I wanted to incorporate that into my channel more, but with my equipment, it's very hard to get good audio quality, really good crisp like audio quality, and um, I don't know. I just didn't want to play with mixing all the time. Uh, but yeah, definitely more music side stuff. And in the summer, when I leave high school, that's when the Brady Day Show's run will start. It really, as sad as it sounds, it really depends if people really like the pilot of the Brady Day Show when it comes out in a couple weeks. But I don't know, it's weird because when crap, my train of thought. Sorry, I was reading what you just said in the chat. My train of thought kind of disappeared. What I was saying was, if the show does well, which I think it will because of me building it up for so freaking long, I feel like there's gonna be some crowd waiting for it. At least I hope there's some crowd um, waiting for it. I think it'll keep me going in a positive way. I really do think it will keep me going in a positive way. Um, Vlog Bros, I feel like I know you. Can you reveal yourself out the curtain, dear friend? Oh, hey, you got two. Oh, I lost all of them. Okay, I didn't realize I had to get all the coins in one fell swoop. I thought I could kamikaze mission the coins. Oh, sucks. Sucks. Yeah, I'm very thankful to have 100 subscribers though. Maybe you don't have to reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. You can subscribe at least. I'd like it if you subscribe. You don't have to reveal yourself. That's fine. You have? Let me refresh, dude. I'm a freak when it comes to making sure I have. Huh. That's weird. Somebody must have unsubscribed. So wait, so have you subscribed? Somebody, I think somebody a while ago. Okay. A while ago as in when the stream started, or a while ago as in... Oh well, it doesn't matter. I want to know where Brennan went. Brennan was here a second ago and he pooped out. Oh well. That's okay. People got stuff to do. People got lives. Lives to live. Things to do, people to see. I'm okay with that. Yeah, when I get to 150 fails, I think I'm gonna switch to the hardest game 2. Ooh. I also am looking forward to getting the opportunity to collab. Oh, cool. Okay. First, I'm gonna have to do some archiving because you probably told me who you were then. But that's like, hold on. You're gonna see me look it up now. That's old, my friend. Let's see. Let's see. My first Minecraft stream was in like... trying to think. Oh, no. It was 2017, but that's still a while ago. This is the fall. What do you think it was? My first one's right there. 3 months ago, yeah. Dang. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I just want to see how long ago, like the date it was uploaded, so we can get a reference for how long it's actually been. Okay. It was still this year. That's still really impressive, though. That's a that's a long time. Say a long time, my friend. Yeah, I got a haircut today. That's something I can talk about. I got a haircut. I think it looks good. You guys are seeing it without any product in it, but I think it looks good. I'm supposedly getting some more senior pictures. I don't know, next week at some point. I have a prom, my girlfriend's prom, this Saturday. So that's a thing. I don't know. I'm thinking of Personia. I don't think I ever did. I made a YouTube video of Personia forever ago. If it were the New Age Personia, I don't remember ever live streaming New Age Personia. As in, okay, I guess I could call it second wave Personia. There was a second wave Personia is when we took the old world file. I didn't stream Personia. That is strange. I streamed a town when I did that stream with Hosh and Company. That series. That was a town we had made. It never had a name officially. And when I did a lot of stuff when Jared had a gaming channel and we did stuff together, he streamed stuff. Not on Personia, but yeah, I don't think I ever got the opportunity to stream Personia. Because I really didn't understand how to use OBS until I don't know, a couple years ago. Probably last fall, last winter. I didn't really know how to use OBS until then, so Yep. What time is it? So we're almost at 10 o'clock, and I'm almost at 150 fails, so I'm going to have to switch to a different one, and that's okay. Have it. Thanks, J Diggity. I guess it's a partial thanks to you. Yeah. I thought I'd have 101, but I do not. It's okay, man. Yeah, I'm playing a very riveting game at the moment. That's the Jarrett, yeah. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right, we're past 150. We're switching games. Where's the sequel? This is the world's hardest game. 2. Still loading. I might actually play those stupid run games that I see kids playing all these days. My whole stream's got to catch up now. Can my game load faster? I don't see a flash button. Ugh. Hey, Hasha-san, dude. Yo, Hosh Jobs. Why is this whole thing filling the screen? I just want to have a civil convo with my dearest friend, Josh. Oh, that's nice. Sorry if you're enjoying my computer running like a turd hole. Wanna chat? He might be busy, but that's okay. Yeah. Let's talk to the guy, dude. About to have a guest star, Joshua. Have our guest star on. Yo. How are you, man? I said, how are you, man? It's good. It's good to hear your voice. You're lagging a little bit. Is your mic okay? Hold on. Not really. Okay, so my device has been changed a little bit. I don't know. You're like, it's like really shaky. Makes any sense? Sounds like every time you speak, it's like, oh,
About now?
a little better. And you're also a little quiet too.
About now?
You're a little better. I might need to crank you too.
I think because the volume on the computer was louder, so
Okay. Um. So, are you excited for Avengers: Infinity War?
I have to say, a few days ago I did watch Doctor Strange on Netflix.
And did you like it?
It was pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Like, it's okay. I saw it when it came out.
I've heard that Infinity War is very dark and that a lot of people die. I'm not sure who.
That's so weird. Sorry, you're still cutting out a little bit. It's not like intolerable. It's just strange.
But yes.
It. I think I know who's gonna die, but I'm not gonna just shout it out.
Just give your speculation on who you think's
You wanna get my predictions for who's gonna die?
sure. What are your predictions?
Okay, now I will preface this. I have heard a review of the movie that has no spoilers in it, but I have watched a lot of speculative material ahead of time. I watched something today at intern with Ryan and Dylan. So, I think Loki's gonna get killed. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. How would you? How do you get to Thor? He has nobody. You kill his brother right in front of him. That'll wake him up. How heart wrenching would that be? Because now they're on good terms. At the end, I don't know if you've seen Thor Ragnarok. But at the end of Thor Ragnarok, they're buds. They're friends. It's very good. But yeah, at the end of no, he wasn't. The chick had her staff pointed at his head, and he hands over the Tesseract begrudgingly. Yeah, but do you think he did it willingly? His life was on the line, and then he gave it to him anyway, and he got killed. And then, you know the scene where Thanos' big old meaty hand is holding Thor's head as he's screaming? He's not in pain. He's freaking out. Thanos is holding him in place as he's killing his brother. Think of how much sense that would make. What'd you say? Thor's not gonna die. He can't die. He's a god. I don't know. I guess you just poked a hole in my Loki idea. I think Loki will die. He is not in the rest of the promotional material either. After that little scene. I don't think so. I think the only two characters that are going to come out dead when the two movies are done are Steve and Tony. That's it. What'd you say? It's still cutting out really bad. I don't understand why. No. I saw some promotional material with him without it, and he doesn't die without the Infinity Stone. He gets wounded, but he doesn't die. There's a shot. There's a shot with him without it in his head, because if he has it, it glows. There's a shot with him out it, and it just was a gold circle in his head. It's very hard to see. No, here's what he's going to do. He's going to loop time with his Infinity Stone and go, hey, Thanos, I've come to bargain. I would laugh if that was the climax of the movie. The Avengers had their back up against the wall, and they're like, what are we going to do? And then Strange is like, stand back. And he gets getting killed, and he loops time. You would probably be able to beat Thanos eventually, I think. If you had a million tries. I know, we'll see. Apparently there's multiple fronts. In Wakanda, they're protecting Vision. It's been confirmed by Kevin Feige. The reason they're in Wakanda is they're protecting the Mind Stone, which Vision has in his head. The Tesseract, its stone, is in the Asgardian ship. Spoilers, because Thor and the Asgardians are in a ship, and that's what's left of Asgard now. They all get killed, and they're trying to find the Tesseract. That's the other stone. Then there's another stone that the Guardians had, that purple Infinity Stone. He already has that. I'm trying to think. The timey-wimey stone.
get those powers? Like, if he takes the stone, will he, like, control time as well? Like,
No,
just like
it just powers up the gauntlet more. Think of it like think of it like if you have all the Chaos Emeralds, you can go supersonic. He can only do so much with not many emeralds. Well, not emeralds with Infinity Stones. But when he has all the Infinity Stones, he can just go and destroy galaxies without even trying.
what a great movie! What a great movie, Brady. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I love seeing I loved watching children cry, and
You know what my favorite thing is?
what's your favorite thing, Brady? Tell me.
Um, when people applaud and scream when I go to opening night of a movie. That's my favorite thing.
The movie theater, yes, we were fun when we saw Last Jedi.
That was so funny, dude. When I saw Last Jedi, people were screaming from the rooftops.
That was so fun seeing that good of a movie.
People need to not that movies aren't cool and that like Hollywood isn't very ambitious right now, but I think people need to chill.
How much money do you think Infinity War is gonna make? The first Avengers movie over $1 billion. How much do you think Infinity War is gonna make?
Infinity War is going to be the highest grossing Marvel film of all time. I'm putting money on it. Only going to be surpassed by its sequel. I put money on it. It's going to be the highest grossing Marvel film. Not highest grossing film ever, but highest grossing Marvel film. Easy.
Infinity War 2, like this movie will lose.
Infinity War 2, Tony Stark and Steve Rogers are dead. That's what I think's going to happen in that movie. They're going to get killed in it. But not the first one. None of the main cast members are going to die. I think a few side characters. I think Rhodey might die. They've teased Rhodey dying. Just kill him. Who else would be a character who has been teased getting killed? Loki has been teased getting killed. He faked his death in Dark World. Tony. I know he's a main character, but they've kind of teased it before.
I think all the characters that on their own movies are gonna die, like Falcon, the Iron Patriot, and stuff like that.
I don't know if Falcon will die because here's two reasons. If Steve dies, which we all know Steve Rogers will probably die, they need somebody to take the mantle of Captain America again. And there's been only two other people in the comics who have done that. The Falcon and Bucky Barnes / the Winter Soldier has done it before. So either Bucky or Falcon will become Captain America after Steve is dead. But Steve has put away the mantle. That's why I keep calling him Steve Rogers, Steve Rogers, Steve Rogers like all the time. Because in this movie he isn't wearing his garb. He's just wearing a black shield-esque looking outfit because he's not Captain America anymore. He's put away that mantle. Which is strange. But I don't really care. Like, he's still a cool hero nonetheless. So. And it's not like they're not going to call him Captain Steve Rogers because he is technically still a captain. So. Not much is really going to change. I don't know.
I don't know. I think just for roles, they're gonna go Spider-Man.
No!
Yeah, I'm gonna go Spider-Man 2 roles.
I love Spider-Man, dude. I would. You know what would happen if they killed Spider-Man? I would leave the theater. I'm not kidding. I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed. I would.
That they make kill Spider-Man friend.
I think. I think Spider-Man will be partially invulnerable to stuff because he'll have that new armor, and they'll write some Deus Ex Machina in his armor to where like if he has a showdown with Thanos, they'll be like, oh, well Thanos can't hurt him because this reason.
How are they gonna explain away? I don't understand how they're going to explain away the fact that like Archer and they just like rewind time.
He'll probably lose the stone at the end of the movie, like the last stone they lose.
Or like at the beginning of the movie, the first one he gets.
Yeah, but his like the big shippy whippy that Thanos has,
does go to New York first, I think, plot wise, because there's a fight on Titan.
In the first show, first we see him put in his gauntlets. We see him put one of them. I think the blue one.
That probably is the time one then, but isn't it green?
No, yeah, the time was green. I don't remember what the show that.
The blue one's from the Tesseract then. The blue one's from the Tesseract. The purple one is from Guardians. It's the Power Stone. The only stone they haven't revealed yet, there's two. Well, one they haven't actually revealed, it's the Soul Stone. And then the other one they haven't revealed, well, they kind of have, is the Collector has the Aether Stone, which is like, it creates life. It's like red. And the Collector is from Guardians of the Galaxy. He has like all this stupid crap. He was the one who identified what the Infinity Stone was. In the first Guardians movie, so like maybe he has it. No. I'm going to AMC, dude. I'm gonna try to get a ticket Friday night. And they added more showings. There was like 2 this morning. I checked, and now there's like 8. No. I'm saying they were like they had only on Friday had put like 2 or 3 like 4 showings, and I was like, that's strange on an opening weekend. And then I checked tonight, and there was like double that. It was crazy. There's like 8 for each, more like 6, I'd say.
When it comes to a movie like this, I'm probably going to go to a better theater, like an IMAX one, and watch this movie.
I don't know. I'm pretty loyal to AMC. They're my buds, dude.
I don't like how they call it AMC Classic, like after the model.
You know why it's called AMC Classic? Because they're too poor.
AMC Classic.
They're too poor to update it. That's why it's a classic.
Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. They don't really model it, so they're just saying that it's, oh, it's classic now. You can't update something that's classic.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to Infinity War and what the Marvel Universe has to offer with this swan song. But I don't know.
More money can Disney possibly make?
I wouldn't underestimate them, dude. They're very smart. Not saying they haven't made bad decisions before, but they're a pretty smart company.
Live-action Disney movies.
Yeah. I can't wait. Can you not wait for live action Aladdin with no songs? That's gonna be so good, dude.
You cannot wait for live-action Mulan with no songs.
That's gonna be so good.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's take this movie that people love for the music and the animation. Let's take the animation and the music out.
You know what they do? They go, hey, let's not remake something that needs remade. Let's remake stuff that we know is gonna be successful. That's really what it comes down to. I would like to see a live action Treasure Planet. I'd like to see a live action James and the Giant Peach. Another one, a brand new one. I'd like to see a live action. I'd like to see a live action. I was gonna say Black Cauldron. There's a lot of movies. They
Ray, all those movies you just named off, those were successful. We gotta get the real money.
then why don't they get it right this time? They didn't get it right the first time. They can shoot again. I know Disney is like a shadow of who they used to be.
It depends. If you look at their live action department, yes. If you look at their animation department, it goes either way.
I don't know. I really like
Either
Disney animation now.
better.
The only thing I don't like about Disney Animation Studios now is that Pixar seems lame now in comparison.
I know. I was releasing some of these sequels now.
I think some of it is well overdue because people really wanted sequels. But like it starts
I would say it's like Incredibles 2 and stuff like that. I think you know, like, we need a sequel.
it just starts sticking to the point where I ask the question of, did we really want it though?
I mean, I think Incredibles 2 there's the end of a cliffhanger, but Finding Nemo.
Hey, I love Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo.
I
It was a little different. They didn't do a very good job with it.
I do not say I watched Pixar movies. I know that the story may not be the best as of recently, but I watched them for the animation because I know that even if the story isn't as good as it usually is in Pixar quality, I know that the animation is very well done.
Yeah, but Cars 2 looks really great, but it's like awful to watch.
I know that's why I don't watch Cars.
Cars is okay as a franchise. It's kind of.
Coco, actually.
Wait, have you not seen Coco?
No, I have not.
I have. I really liked it. I cried in the movie theater.
Brady Day himself cried.
Yeah, well, the problem is Pixar still has some of their same issues that Disney has as far as twist villains and it's just this. I don't know if they understand the line of twist villain and lazy writing, because it's getting to the point where it's just lazy writing. It's not even
I know.
clever. It's not even clever anymore. It's just like, well, this guy is bad. You didn't know that? Well, you're stupid. You're not paying attention.
Twist villain in Moana?
No. But there was one in Wreck-It Ralph. There was one in Toy Story 3. There was one in Zootopia.
What do you think the actual story of Wreck-It Ralph 2 is? Because like all we play in the trailer is just like this one here. Like what's like the actual story?
The actual story is pancake milkshake. Pancake milkshake. Pancake. It was really funny, dude. It looked really nice. That was about other thing I was gonna mention. The animation in that scene looked really nice. Like on the little girl on the subway, it was really crisp. Wait, what movie?
I'm surprised that Disney's making a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, considering they don't usually do sequels anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing I was gonna mention. Disney doesn't really do sequels. I just think it was, if I'm being honest, Disney Animation Studios, like when they were rebooted and like had John Lasseter in charge and stuff, Tangled was good, but I really feel like they made Wreck-It Ralph their own, and they were like really proud of Wreck-It Ralph. So like to revisit Wreck-It Ralph to them was something I think the studio really wanted to do. It was like when Lasseter and company, like, you know, Pixar did Toy Story. That's their Toy Story. I know, rip Lasseter. He'll come back. I know. Would you let John Lasseter touch you inappropriately, Hosh? I will let him sexually assault me for the sake of the company. I'd fall in the...
Oh, speaking of sexual assault in the company,
Yeah.
about the Awesome.
I remember it, so you don't have to. I've kind of always liked the Nostalgia Critic, at least Doug. I like Doug Walker as a person. I'm in the middle. I like Doug Walker a lot, and I watch the Nostalgia Critic a lot just to see what Doug thinks about a movie. But like, I don't like the skits in the middle. I just like the review with the jokes. I'm simple. Yeah, I'm a simple man. Yeah, I'm a simple man. I just want to hear the riffs on the movie. I'm a simple man. Not that I'm not gonna lie. There've been a few skits that I've enjoyed, just because of the irony. Like, there's been one okayish joke, or there's been a funny cameo, or like, there's something that like kept me going. But I don't think his channel has aged super well. That's another thing I was gonna mention. It's very much a product of like early YouTube, and there's some real gems. He has some real hidden gems. Like I really like his reviews of the Stephen King any Stephen King movie because don't tell nobody, but I'm not really that big of a fan of Stephen King in general. I think he's kind of a dick. I just think he's kind of a d-bag. Doesn't mean his work's not good. I just think he's an awful human being. And
What are you talking about? What you
have you met Stephen King, dude? He's psychotic.
kids? How typical kids have what you get rid of the evil clown? You can't like
Okay, I like Stephen King's It, but for the record, I like the '90s version a lot more than the remake. The remake technically is more competent. It suffers from modern horror tropes. That's the problem. It has no subtlety. It has it has no cleverness. It's in your face and it's loud. And that's not what Pennywise is. Pennywise is creepy. There's a subtlety to the clown. He's not in your face. That's not why the clown is scary. It's the unsettlingness. It's the tension that Pennywise creates in the room that's scary. It's not. It's almost the idea that he can do whatever he wants. But when you do more show and don't like, if they don't imply and show more, it demystifies the monster. It's any movie. Think of any movie where a monster is partially hidden or is mysterious. The more you show, the less.
every horror movie does that now. Like,
And the jump scares are awful in that. They're very annoying and they're distracting. They do jump scares, and they're not just jump scares. They're the ones with the really loud bang. The no, they don't do the cliche violin. They go. It's like guys chilling out. You hear ah like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a stock film sound effect where it's like and the monster comes out and makes a sound or a face or something. Sometimes I know I haven't seen it. I think it's a mixed bag. I think the idea is really cool, and if it's executed well, it'd be interesting to see. But that's it. Like, but for the record though, Hosh, like Cloverfield's a cool idea. But like, but it's not executed super well. And like oh, thanks by the way, Jess. Yeah, I think the Cloverfield franchise should have died after the first Cloverfield movie. It was probably. It's not even the sad part is like I don't really even think it's that strong of a movie. I just think it's like the best of all those movies, and that's not saying a lot. Like that. Are you talking about Cloverfield Lane? I'm talking about Cloverfield with the found footage. Ooh. Sorry, I'm playing a very dumb arcade style game. Yeah. I don't know. I've heard it's pretty bad.
It seems like they were all filmed after the movie was done, and they were just added in.
Huh. That's really weird.
But
It's
there's a fourth Cloverfield movie coming out in October, and I think this will be because J.J. Abrams is actually directing this one.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be a sequel, so it just like isn't a random movie to put the name on.
I want to make a drama called Cloverfield 2 Electric Boogaloo, and it's going to be a rom-com drama. And in the third act, a bunch of aliens are going to come down, and that's the end.
For no reason.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, no, there's no reason.
I have to admit, buddy, when I saw the film name in movie theaters and I saw that ending, my eyes were blown at it. I was like, wow, you're living this way. And I wasn't wrong for saying it. I watched this guy, I was like, okay, they actually went this way.
Well, this is.
Honestly, I think the movie would have been stronger. I wish I could have gotten out and there was nothing, but
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually I know the twist at the end of Cloverfield. I do think it'd be scarier if she went outside and there's nothing. Like John Goodman is a wacko, and he's been a wacko the whole time. Like I feel like that's.
even scared. You're like, I have no aliens. What if she gets out, but like everyone's just gone, and like the two people, like were the last ones, like maybe on Earth, like be just killed.
Right, like that would be. That's a way more.
That'd be crazy.
It's a sobering ending. See, I think modern horror. I said this earlier, but like it lacks subtlety. You have to spell it out for the audience. You have to spell it out for them. They're not smart enough to figure it out, apparently, which I think is disrespectful.
The teenage kid, you know, gotta get those teenage happy death day. Gotta get those teenage truth or dare. Gotta get those teenage seats in there.
Yeah, but teens are smarter than you think, dude. You gotta do something better for them.
Just like how kids are smarter than you think.
I'm a teenager. I'm an old teenager now, but I'm still a teenager, and I can totally get why they would make it more simple, because most teenagers are rum-dums. But most people who go to the movies are not idiots all the time. The demographic for film has changed a little bit.
It's seen Isle of Dogs.
No, I've heard very good things about it. I watched a review that was very lukewarm. It wasn't they didn't say it was the greatest film, and say it was the worst film. Yeah, Ralph. I liked Ralph's review because he still found flaws, but they weren't fatal flaws necessarily.
Have you seen him talk about it on some podcast?
Did he talk about it on the Sardana cast?
Yeah, the new episode. What happened was that Ralph basically said that they didn't own the movie just because he doesn't like Wes Anderson's writing. Like that's like the main.
Yeah, but like for the record, I don't like the monotone delivery either. I think it's awkward.
Me neither. I haven't seen many of his films, but I decided to say that one because I appreciate good stop motion animation.
No, I appreciate. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. I like Wes Anderson's shot composition and style, like those flat angles and stuff, that storybook style, because I think it's I think it's creative. I do think it's really creative. I just don't like the way the dialogue is delivered in those scenes, and I don't know. I really want to see more of his stuff. Like I want to, and what's weird is too. They said that like when his films started, they weren't that stylistic, and it's like as time went on, he kind of got more comfortable with like what is my style, and that's pretty normal. But like I've heard stuff like Moonrise Kingdom, which is like his like swan song. He is very not Wes Anderson. Like it's very simple. Like it's not really that stylistic. But stuff like Grand Budapest is very stylistic, but so good. Like I don't know. I'd like to peruse his catalog at some point and see what really makes him, him.
You know, what's like about that's like because it'll be a really good movie that even came out.
What do you mean?
Like, what's the last good movie to come out? Like,
What do you mean like Blockbuster that everyone agreed on?
no. I mean like good movie, like in general, like a well-made, like good movie. I mean, come on, it's been a long. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
You mean just like a solid movie? Like when's the last time we had like a completely solid movie?
solid movie. When's the last time we had a solid movie?
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I'm not sure I agree with that one. But I feel like all Marvel movies are the same. They're already formulaic.
Yeah, but Homecoming's not like that. It has some Marvel trademarks, but it has its own tone. It has its own style. And one thing I like about it too, it's not trying to do anything big. All it wants to do is just tell a high school story. That's all it wants to do. It doesn't have some big connection or some big villain. It's just a kid in high school. It's literally a high school movie with a subplot about him being a superhero and having to deal with Tony Stark as a mentor. What's wrong with that? It's what I like about it is it's taking the super. Oh, that's loud. It's taking the superhero formula and it's simplifying it. which is what it needs because the genre has been beat to death with complexity. Oh, oh.
You know what movie got progressively worse the more I thought about it?
Ready Player One.
Yes, yes, that's
Ready Player One is a movie that, as the runtime goes on, it degrades.
yes.
It gets progressively worse.
The premise is a good premise.
That's my point.
Think about it.
It's
The more you watch it and think about it, the more your actual opinion of it.
the more you get like angry. I get like genuinely angry, cause like I don't. I know this sounds like I'm playing with Steven Spielberg's Dingle Dangle, but I like Steven Spielberg a lot. I like his work a lot. I don't.
Like Steven Spielberg, it's so many good movies.
I don't feel like he's directly responsible for that. I feel like that's studio involvement. I really do.
That's studio, yes.
I feel like it was the writing team and some studio involvement that changed the tone of the film and played with some things.
There were like the scenes in real life, like are very well shot. I think.
Yeah, and I think he did most of that. I think he did most of that. And they look really good.
Like, they're like, I don't like 5% of movies in live action. Like, the scenes like that are like really well detailed.
Right. There's a lot of subtlety and silliness. You notice that, right? Like even in the opening scene when like Wade's going down through the stacks, there's a lot of creativity and the environments are well designed and the shot composition's good. And you notice some like I noticed some Steven Spielberg like trademarks like long shot. Like literally like when you're the stacks it's a long they do not cut. It's just a long shot. And it's good. There's a lot of good stuff there. I just feel like they lost it when it came to the game world.
Like, honestly, like, in the real life section, like, it was hard for me to tell what was CGI and what was real. Like, I wouldn't tell you were real sets or like if they were like.
Personally, I think they should have just stylized the CGI so much that it looked like a video game. Not like a
Should like it was like a weird, uncanny valley mix of real life. It's like you have like these, you have like Trista from Overwatch running around, anime boy, anime boy.
yeah, that's true. You have anime boy, anime girl, but yet you have like orc dude and ninjas. But you also have the Iron Giant.
Okay, great. I put myself with it when they villain for Mechagodzilla. I mean, I put myself with it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like actually Mechagodzilla. Like it's just a video game. Like I could go on Gary's mod right now and recreate the same scene. It would be 10 times cooler.
But wait,
What?
I think there are details. There were some parts of it that showed there was great care for this one because, as a fan of Godzilla, the Mechagodzilla and Polo was very similar in design to the first Mechagodzilla back in the 70s, which was actually the villain. Not only that, but in Ready Player One, the Mechagodzilla also used Figure Rocket as an attack, which is also an attack that the original Mechagodzilla had in the movie. So I feel like for something there was a great effort in giving detail against these cameo things, but for other parts it was just like thrown together like what kids like nowadays.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is I feel like it was banking really hard on nostalgia when it should have been worried more about telling a story.
I'm not sure if it was making on nostalgia though, because like, they had so many 80s, like again, Tracer from Overwatch like 5 times in the movie.
Yeah, that's true because I was thinking like your target demo, they're too old. Well, they're too young. It's like the target demo was like 16 to like 30. And like 16-year-olds don't watch Back to the Future on a daily basis.
Probably haven't seen The Shining.
Yeah, 16-year-olds also don't play Atari.
Are we just not gonna talk about how Shining were in our movie we have Steven Spielberg can somehow like all the scenes from that movie like the movie people have seen?
I'm just going to say this. The Shining sequences were shot really well and it made me really happy.
They were. It was actually really. I wasn't sure like of this like, the actual location.
They went to the actual location. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, I think they recreated it. That or they filmed there and then recreated it in a CG environment and then placed them in it. That's another possibility too. That would have been pretty easy for them to do.
I mean, I'm gonna say I've never seen The Shining perfect, so I appreciate the references, but I know like how not to appreciate.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like me and you are well read when it comes to pop culture, so like I appreciated most of the references. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, the opening made me really excited. Seeing a T Rex, a DeLorean, and King Kong, and it's pretty cool.
But as it went on, I was like, oh my god, so stuff. And like the ending was so cliche, like we have to come together and save what we love. And then no one like comes first and just like smiles, just like no one's coming here all alone. But then you start the rumbling noise, like all these characters just like appear like in the sunshine or something. Always, it's just like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. It's like they showed that in the trailer or something.
It was very strange because like it sounds kind of rude, but like you have a book. You can't really jack this movie up. Like,
There's like some odd things in the book that they couldn't include in a movie and keep it PG-13.
yeah, that's true too. I know they wanted to keep that marketable PG-13 rating.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I've included all those things from the book from I've heard be written in C-17.
Hold on, I'm texting friend.
Yeah. But I was excited for it to want to see all the references in it, but honestly, there weren't that many references. But
There
it
were
was more cameos and references.
yeah, and I like cameos. I do like cameos more than references, honestly, because references are just like remember, like come on, remember?
I know, but it's just like the Shining thing was cool, but I would probably the highest point of the movie, honestly, I would say. I mean, first thing about your movie, the highest point of the movie is like literally just taking scenes from another well better made movie.
Yeah. Well, the other in defense of The Shining, Kubrick, well, not Kubrick, Hawking, no, who? Stephen King. King hated The Shining, just like the autistic Willy Wonka hated his game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that was what they had to con. Like that's a cool thematic element to bring in, but they didn't really talk about it. I think they brought it up once. That's why I remembered it. Because Wade Watts was like, Stephen King hated this movie, just like Autistic Jesus hated this game. But he has a wizard beard.
You know, I read Stephen King memoir for a CP class, called online class, um, back last year, and Stephen King, I'm not sure if it was exactly The Shining. Actually, it was multiple books. I remember he didn't like it because he was so high and drunk that he didn't remember writing it to begin with.
Well, the thing is, I was gonna mention he doesn't really like a lot of adaptations of his work. So like approving of something is like very rare for him. And for the record, more ragging on Stephen King. He has made a lot of like the TV movie, like Stephen King TV movies he made are awful. Like I think part one of Stephen King's It is really good, like the TV movie, but part two is like a dumpster fire. It just like all the stuff they set up falls apart. And then I've heard he did Langoilers and like there's just a lot of movies he directed that he wrote the books and they're just awful. Like as a byproduct, they're just
One of the best adaptations of his work, Austin, is
cause I wonder is there an alternate universe where like Stephen King like did a good job with these TV movies and like
richer than what he is now.
Yeah, and he's like a famous director who also writes on the side, not a famous writer who's directed and it sucked.
You know, some other shows were even Spielberg did it. Not a director. We never got things like forever. We did get those movie cuts that were awful.
There's probably a universe somewhere where, what was I gonna say? Probably a universe where somewhere, oh, oh, what's I thought? Where Ready Player One is like an amazing film and critics are raving. I can't wait to see that universe.